From Mercedes to the Brezza car to the bike, Punjab police reveal how Amritpal escaped arrest. ISI links under pro-Pakistan High Commission in India writes to Islamabad Foreign Office regarding Amritpal. BRS leader K. Kavita's third round of questioning underway in connection with the liquor gate.
सेम टू सेम बजट हमने कोई चेंज करके नहीं भेजा। जो बजट में लिखा था उसी में से 4 लाइनें कोट कर करके भेज दी। आज एलजी साहब ने भी कल रात को 10:30 बजे लिख दिया अप्रूव्ड।
Massive face-off in the capital. Kejriwal takes on centre and the LG over blocking Delhi government budget.
भारत सरकार नो ऑब्जेक्शन सर्टिफिकेट जारी करती है और वर्ष 2018 में एंटीगुआ की सिटीजनशिप मेहुल चोकसी नाम के उस आर्थिक अपराधी को मिल जाती है।
Interpol withdraws a red notice against Choksi. Aam Aadmi Party hits out at centre, calls it a failure. And day after India visit Japanese Fumio Kishida, the Prime Minister, lands in Kiev. All right, viewers, on This Is Exclusive, we have got a big exclusive for you. And remember, the Punjab police has said again and again, reiterated that Amritpal had ISIS links, that he had links, terror links outside the country as well. Republic has spoken to the IGP Punjab, and here's what he had to say.
ब्रेक थ्रू मिला। जिस तरह से हम लोगों ने सीसीटीवी फुटेज में देखा था, सबसे आगे ब्रेजा गाड़ी थी। आज आप लोगों ने ब्रेजा गाड़ी रिकवर की है, तो 3 सवाल है सर। ब्रेजा गाड़ी रिकवर कहां से हुई, क्या क्या एलिमेंट्स हैं जो ब्रेजा गाड़ी के अंदर आप लोगों को मिले, और एग्जैक्टली कौन लोग थे जिनकी मदद से वो ब्रेजा गाड़ी पे बैठकर अमृतपाल फरार हुए?
देखिए, जो ब्रेजा गाड़ी है, शाहकोट पुलिस स्टेशन के एरिया में ये गाड़ी रिकवर की गई है। 4 लोग हमने इसमें अरेस्ट किए हैं। एक मनप्रीत सिंह एलियस मन्ना, गुरदीप सिंह एलियस दीपा, हरप्रीत एलियस हैप्पी और गुरपेज सिंह एलियस बेजा। 4 लोग हमने अरेस्ट किए हैं। ये वो लोग हैं जिन्होंने अमृतपाल को नाका से, जब पुलिस का नाका था, जब पुलिस इसको अरेस्ट करने वाली थी, वहाँ से एस्केप करने में मदद की है। इस गाड़ी में से हमें वेपन मिले हैं, कुछ एक राइफल मिली है, स्वॉर्ड मिली है और कुछ और इक्विपमेंट्स उसमें से मिले हैं। इसमें हमने फ्रेश FIR नंबर 47 आर्म्स एक्ट में और उसमें कुछ सेक्शंस जो एस्केप करवाने के हैं वो सेक्शंस हमने लगाए हैं। जो इनकी अब तक इंटेरोगेशन हुई है, जो 4 लोग अरेस्ट किए हैं, उसमें ये आया कि वहाँ से दौड़ने के बाद ये गुरुद्वारा साहब है नंगल अम्बिया विलेज, वहाँ पे गए हैं। वहाँ जाके अमृतपाल ने कपड़े चेंज किए हैं, पैंट शर्ट पहनी है और वहाँ से 3 और लोग थे इसके साथ, जो 2 मोटरसाइकिल्स पे 2-2 लोग जो है वहाँ से एस्केप किए हैं। फर्दर अभी हम CCTV फुटेजेस एग्जामिन कर रहे हैं और इन्वेस्टिगेशन हमारी कंटिन्यू है।
सर, एक और बात, जब पहले आप लोगों ने एफिडेविट दिया था उसमें जो जगह बताई थी जहाँ से अमृतपाल ने एस्केप किया वो महतपुर बताई गई थी। अभी जो आप लोगों ने बताया प्रेस कॉन में बुल्लर गाँव बताया गया, तो उन दोनों के भी डिस्टेंस कितनी दूरी पर है और वहाँ पे क्या कोई बॉर्डर स्टेट लगता है क्या?
जो जहाँ से पहले एस्केप किया था वो नाका ही था जो महतपुर के पास था, तो वहाँ से एस्केप किया था। आज हमने ये इसके बारे में कोई बात नहीं हुई है। जो ब्रेजा गाड़ी है वो वहाँ से एस्केप करने में यूज़ हुई थी। नंगल अम्बिया जो है वो सेकंड पॉइंट है, सेकंड लोकेशन है, यहाँ से कपड़े चेंज करने के बाद वो एस्केप किया है।
सर, एक और बस सर, क्या आप लोग को इस बार भी ब्रेजा के अंदर क्या कोई कार्टेजेस मिले या कोई वेपन्स आप लोग को मिला, जैसे कि पहले भी देखा गया आप लोगों ने?
उसमें से कुछ कार्ट्रिजेस भी मिले हैं, स्वॉर्ड्स भी मिली हैं और राइफल भी मिली है। तो तभी हमने फ्रेश जो एफआईआर है आर्म्स एक्ट में रजिस्टर की है उसमें।
सर एक और बात, एक जो बाइक का सर फुटेज रोल कर रहा है सर अक्रॉस, जिस बाइक पे बैठ के वो फरार हुआ है सर, कौन सी बाइक है, कितनी बाइक है, बाइक में किन के साथ फरार हुआ, और सर क्या बाइक पुलिस ने रिकवर कर ली है?
देखिए, 2 बाइक्स जो अभी है पूछताछ में है कि 2 बाइक्स थी, 3 और लोग थे। जो 3 और लोग थे उनके नाम हमारे पास हैं, बट बिकॉज ऑफ सिक्योरिटी रीजंस इन्वेस्टिगेशन की वजह से अभी हम डिस्क्लोज नहीं कर रहे हैं। बाइक अभी नहीं, बाइक हमारी कस्टडी में अभी नहीं है। वो पार्ट अभी हम फर्दर उस पर लीड्स जो है डेवलप कर रहे हैं आगे उसमें।
सर एक और बात सर, क्योंकि बार बार सवाल उठाया जा रहा है कि पंजाब में 74 आवर्स हो चुके हैं, अब तक अमृतपाल नहीं मिला है, तो क्या ऐसा क्या आपको लगता है कि किसी और स्टेट जा सकते हैं, अटायर बदल के अपने लुक को ट्रांसफॉर्म कर सकता है और कि किसी दूसरे स्टेट में इंटर कर सकता है?
देखिए, ये चीज़ अभी स्टेज पे हम नहीं कह सकते, लेकिन हमारी तरफ से पूरे एफर्ट्स जारी हैं। जिस तरह से हमने जो उसकी पुरानी पिक्चर्स थी, हमारे पास कुछ तस्वीरें थी जो हमने अभी रिलीज़ की हैं, क्योंकि किसी को जब तक अरेस्ट ना किया जाए ये नहीं कहा जा सकता कि वो किस बेस में हमें मिलेगा। तो हम किसी भी चीज़ को रूल आउट नहीं कर रहे हैं अभी।
सर एक आईएसआई लिंक और हवाला कंपनी कहा जा रहा था, 2 हवाला कंपनियां हैं जिनके थ्रू सारा फॉरेन फंडिंग हो रहा था, तो उन 2 हवाला कंपनियों पे जो इन्वेस्टिगेशन हो रही थी वो कहां तक पहुंची है? क्या उन हवाला कंपनियों के जो कारोबारी हैं उन तक पुलिस पहुंच पाई है?
नहीं, देखिए, ये सारा जो है ना जी इन्वेस्टिगेशन का पार्ट है। जब तक इन्वेस्टिगेशन इस स्टेज पे कंप्लीट नहीं होती है तब तक ये माइन्यूट डिटेल्स जो हैं वो हम शेयर नहीं कर सकते।
फॉरेन फंडिंग को लेकर, आईएसआई की ट्रेनिंग को लेकर के
मैंने एक चीज स्पष्ट कर दी है कि हमारे पास इतना एविडेंस है कि ही हैड लिंक्स विद आईएसआई, वो हमारे पास है, बट वो पूरी माइन्यूट डिटेल जो है वो शेयर नहीं की जा सकती।
पुलिस ये रूल आउट कर सकती है कि अमृतपाल पंजाब में ही है या फिर किसी दूसरे राज्य जा?
नहीं, हम इस स्टेज पे हम कुछ नहीं कह सकते इसके बारे में।
In fact, we're also going to get latest details in terms of yet another FIR that has now been registered. We're being told that the FIR has been registered against the trio for taking shelter at the gunpoint in village Udwal in Jalandhar. That's the latest now coming in. In fact, the family, we're given to understand, was taken hostage and was kept as a hostage for about 24 hours. The weapon was recovered after he was arrested by the police on 20th of March. In fact, we've also accessed the latest pictures of that bike that was actually used. Remember, multiple vehicles were actually changed is what we are picking up at this point in time. Let's also get our reporters on the ground getting you the latest details. Remember, over 72 hours now we are looking at Amritpal still on the run, but despite that, questions essentially now being raised about whether at all there has been clear lapses. In a short while from now, we'll also put out that big breaking news now coming in. What's the clear Pakistan link as far as Amritpal is concerned? Is there a link? Documents that have now been accessed by Republic TV clearly shows that the Pakistan embassy here in the national capital is now been sending out full details as to what's really happening on the ground. The very fact that this was being planned by the government of Punjab in consultation with the centre for almost 20 days, and the fact that they were basically trying to find ways to ensure that this situation does not go out of hand, the law and order situation remains under control. There have been steps that have been taken. All of that now essentially being relayed by the Pakistan embassy here in the national capital, being sent to the government of Pakistan. And the fact of the matter is, as the Punjab police is now coming on record to say that there is a clear ISI link. Let's put out those details on our screens right now. We'll also go across to our reporters on the ground, Kursimran, Amandeep, as well as Harsha, for getting us the latest details as far as that massive manhunt that is now being carried out. And in a short while from now, we're also going to put out that big breaking news, the exclusive that's been accessed by Republic TV, the document, the letter that has been sent out by the Pakistan embassy to the government of Pakistan in Islamabad, putting out full details as to what exactly is essentially happening with regards to the crackdown that has been carried out. The very fact that Amritpal has been aided by the ISI, it does seem that there are enough proof that the central agencies as well as the Punjab government essentially has at this point in time of that Pakistan, big Pakistan link that is essentially emerging. Let's try and go across to reporters on the ground getting us the latest details. Gursubran as well as Amandeep and Harsha would be joining us for the latest details. Amandeep is joining us live from Jalandhar. Amandeep, why don't you take us to the latest details that you are picking up, the big ISI connection? In fact, we've also accessed that letter that has been written by the Pakistan embassy to the government of Pakistan, putting out full details of the operation of the government of Punjab. What more are you picking up?
Well, absolutely, Shavan. It was a clear cut and it was on record and evidently proved that Amritpal is in direct link with ISI. There was no such middleman between Amritpal and ISI. ISI is directly funding to Amritpal for all his events. If we talk about Khalsa Wahir, and in fact, if we talk about other events that were organized by Amritpal Singh and Waris Punjab Day, even at Jallupur Kheda, throughout the Punjab or anywhere else in Punjab, to radicalize the youth and indulge them into his own malicious army, Anandpur Khalsa Force. And in fact, Pakistan was all behind this. Avtar Singh Khanda, Paramjeet Singh Pamma, they all were backed by Pakistan, and from whom Amritpal Singh is getting that training and the guidance and the directions how to create the unrest and how to radicalize the youth in Punjab to promote the agenda of Khalistan. And in fact, formation of his own army is another idea that has been floated from ISI through Paramjeet Singh Pamma and Avtar Singh Khanda on the lines of earlier forces that has been created by pro-Khalistani elements, Khalistani Liberation Force, Khalistani Zindabad Force, Babar Khalsa International. Sir, on the similar lines, they are trying to create his own force to confront the administration, to open the front against the police whenever they come for the arrest. So this kind of planning and this kind of backing Amritpal is getting, and that is the reason the intel agencies from center till Punjab, they have shared each and everything with each other, and it was a foolproof planning to crack down on Amritpal Singh. And Shivan, on 17th of March, just a day before the Punjab police has led this entire trap, they have slapped NSA against Amritpal Singh with the recommendation of Amritsar District Magistrate, and it has been decided after the incident of Ajnala Police Station. These all details has been disclosed before the High Court by Punjab Police, that how they were planning, and 6 FIRs has been registered against Amritpal Singh, and even one more FIR has been registered against Amritpal Singh in Jalandhar as well. Continuously they were in touch with the intel agencies, and every single development has been shared with the central agencies to get more information. And now the possible hideout of Amritpal Singh in Nepal, just because a very strong connection, Amritpal is having a very strong connection from Nepal, from where he was getting the funding, and even the Punjab police and intel agencies have the concrete evidence to prove this fact, that Amritpal Singh was a product and was raised by ISI. He was in direct link with ISI, getting all money from ISI to radicalize the youth, to run the agenda of Khalistan on the grounds of Punjab. Yes, Shavan.
Well, in fact, Amandeep, let's also put out that big breaking news now coming in. The very fact that Pakistan has been closely monitoring every possible development with regards to Amritpal, their own creation, the ISI connection that basically has now emerged. In a letter that has now been accessed by Republic TV, a letter that has been written by the Pakistani embassy, sent out to the government of Pakistan, putting out full details of what's really happened over the last 4 days. In fact, we're going to give you full details of when the letter was actually written, and it was addressed to whom, and what are the details that they are putting out. In fact, what we have accessed right now are full details of that very communication that has taken place. This is what the embassy here in the national capital had to say, and this was basically written just about 4 days ago on 20th of March, when the letter was written by the additional secretary from Minister Political here in the national capital. In fact, they've given full details of what really happened on 18th of March, when a security blanket was essentially thrown over Punjab. The police basically mounted a chase to catch Waris Punjab, the Amritpal Singh, a proponent of the Khalistan movement. The police basically in a statement said that a number a manhunt was basically launched. So if you take a look at this particular document, if we are putting that on our screens right now, just for our viewers to understand what's really happening, on your screens right now, the very letter written by the Pakistani embassy here, sent out to the government of Pakistan, putting out full details of what really is happening right now in Punjab. It only goes on to show the kind of hawk's eye that's on right now in this particular case, where now the Punjab police has come on record to say that there is a clear Pakistan link. Let me also bring in my colleague Gursimran, who's joining us on this broadcast. Gursimran, why don't you take us through the latest details? This is a document that has now been accessed by Republic TV, in which there is a clear case of the fact that there is a Pakistan link, an ISI link that is basically emerging. What more are you picking up as far as the ISI connection with Amritpal is concerned?
Sishavan, this clearly shows that the Pakistan was directly involved, and their High Commission in the National Capital was communicating each and every development that was taking place in Punjab to the Islamabad Foreign Office, and this was written by the Azaz Khan, who is in the Pakistani embassy in the National Capital, and it has clearly marked a mention that post the clampdown of the Punjab police on Amritpal, what has been the statement of BJP leader Sunil Jhakar, or what has been the take of the former DGP of the Punjab, Robero. So each and every thing is mentioned, and this letter has been written 2 days after the operation that was conducted by the Punjab police. That is on Sunday. This communication was sent from New Delhi to Islamabad, informing the Foreign Office about the developments that are taking place. And this is one such communication. There is a high possibility that each and every development that is taking place is being conveyed to Islamabad by the Foreign Office of the Pakistan in the national capital. So you can see that how the ISI that has generated funds and sent funds from across the border for Amritpal's activities here in Punjab is now keeping a close watch. So does the Punjab government, that they are getting the each and every development officially from their Foreign Office. So this shows that how interested Pakistan is in to see turmoil happening in the state of Punjab. Shavan.
Well, thank you very much, Gursimran. I'll request you to stay on with us as we're getting yet another breaking. I'll also request our producers to bring our reporter Amandeep as well as Harsha, who's going to give us more details as to what's really happening. Now, what's important to highlight at this stage is the plan that Amritpal Singh essentially had. The very fact that he was trying to weaponize the youth of Punjab, basically radicalize them, arm them and carry out what they say their separatist movement. The very fact that there was an army that was essentially being created by Amritpal Singh. Local ammunition was being bought by Amritpal Singh. The bigger question here is who exactly was funding Amritpal Singh. The modus operandi has now been exposed as far as his plans of creating an army. Was this to basically carry out some attacks in Punjab, or was this to wage a war against the government of India? That is exactly what the focus right now is as far as this investigation goes. We've got full details of that entire weaponization plan of Amritpal. I'm told that Amandeep is going to join us live on this broadcast. Amandeep, as far as this entire plan of weaponizing the youth of Punjab, creating an army, what more details are you picking up?
Well, absolutely, Shavan. And in fact, they have given the name to their own army is Anandpur Khalsa Force. It has been written on the gate of Amritpal Singh's residence, and even the bulletproof vest has also been created, purchased and mentioned with AKF. On the weapons, it was mentioned AKF, and in fact, AKF is turning to be their own malicious army to fight to open the front against the government for their own separate Sikh state, that is Punjab, to turn into Khalistan. Just because the idea has been given from the driving forces to Amritpal Singh that now it is the time to create his own army and in fact train them with the weapons. So that is the reason. He was always among popular in the youth. He was always addressed youth of Punjab, and the kind of campaign he was running, that he tried to try to separate the youth from drugs, and in fact he was pushing them towards the Sikh religion. That is the only reason. After pushing them towards the Sikh religion, he was asking them that Sikh religion, there is a trend in Sikh religion to be weaponized and weapons in their hands. All the people surrounded by Amritpal Singh is all having weapons, and they all are youth from the age group of 20 to 35. And in fact, this was the agenda of Amritpal Singh. It was only one person, his uncle Harjeet Singh, who always accompanied him, who always tried to tell him where to speak, what to speak, and how to manage the things. The drug de-addiction center turning to be the training center of Amritpal Singh for Akhand, I beg to pardon, Anandpur Sahib Khalsa Force. This is how he was creating his own clan in Jallupur Khede itself. Slowly, gradually, he started making that Jallupur Kheda, his native place, as a headquarter for AKF, and even intel agencies has doped this. Yes, Shavan.
Right. Thank you very much, Amandeep, as well as Gursimran, for getting us the latest details. We'll shift focus to yet another big story that we have been tracking for the last couple of weeks. In fact, Republic Media Network has been at the forefront of exposing the deeds of the Popular Front of India. Big boost for the government as the UAPA tribunal that's headed by Justice Dinesh Kumar Sharma, judge of the Delhi High Court, has upheld the ban that was essentially imposed by the centre on the Popular Front of India. In fact, on 28th of September is when the Ministry of Home Affairs had declared that PFI and its associates, affiliates of fronts, they were basically unlawful associations with an immediate effect for a period of 5 years. In fact, we also spoke to the Maharashtra ASG a short while back. My colleague Sandeep spoke to the Maharashtra ASG. Listen in to what SB Raju had to say.
So I just needed your comments in regards of UAPA tribunal upholding the decision of central government to ban PFI, sir.
See, we examined 100 witnesses from all over, from length and breadth of the country.
Right, sir.
Cases. We showed that PFI, dangerous organization involved in unlawful activities. Its members are involved in unlawful activities. We showed that in one UP case, one of the members was caught with explosives and arms. And the intention was to blow up Ram Mandir and religious places.
Right, sir.
We also showed that they were conducting arms training to their members. Yes, we played 2 videos in the tribunal to show the type of activities that they are conducting.
All right.
The type of slogans that they were chanting in public rallies. Which was the type, we showed that it was meant, all this showed that they wanted to create communal disharmony.
All right.
And we also showed that many of their members, some of their members had also were going to ISIS and be part of that, the ISIS Caliphate war in Syria.
Okay, sir.
We also showed that as far as PFI is concerned, just 1 minute, what was it? Yes, that there was the donations, etc., money which they were receiving was bogus. The donors were not there.
Okay.
And persons who were giving this arms training, etc., were being funded by PFI.
So just a question, sir. What was the source of income of PFI? From where these money was coming, and in fact, what kind of videos that, that was shown to the?
We showed two videos. One video was a march past of hundreds of PFI cadre in uniform, like military uniform. They were conducting a march past. You know how in Republic Day the march past takes place? That type of marching was there. That was one.
Okay, sir.
Secondly, we showed in the same march past, there was a child who was tutored by his father, who was an active PFI activist, to shout slogans against Hindus and Christians.
Okay.
So we showed this live in the court in the form of a video. Then we also showed that we have seized documents from the PFI personnel, which talk of Ghazwa-e-Hind 2047. And Ghazwa-e-Hind means that India will become an Islamic state by 2047. That was their aim. And we showed them what is the meaning of Ghazwa-e-Hind 2047. Their aim was to remove the government established by our constitution and in its place have an Islamic government. And we also showed that the Christian professors' hands were cut for no fault of his, only because the members and all the accused were PFI members, only because they believed that he did something wrong, which was absolutely baseless. So this is all that evidence we led.
Sir, just wanted to know, as you described about that specific video wherein hundreds of PFI members are dressed into army dress and they are training some kind,
they're doing a parade.
Okay, that kind of parade. So where actually this parade was carried on? Was it
in some part of Kerala?
Okay.
See, one side this parade is going on. Another side they're chanting anti-Hindu, anti-Christian slogans.
Okay.
Imagine the plight of those people who are staying in that area who are not Muslims.
Right. So what was the source of income of these PFI members? From where did they got money in order to carry out their proceedings?
Yes, we believe we have established that this money was coming from abroad.
Sir, any specific location? Was it from Pakistan? Was it from...
No, Gulf countries maybe.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was that big exclusive by my colleague Sandeep speaking to ASG SV Raju. I beg your pardon, I had wrongly addressed him as the Maharashtra ASG SV Raju, happens to be the Additional Solicitor General, Government of India. Speaking exclusively to Republic TV on that big win for the Government of India with regards to the ban on Popular Front of India. Also on the other side, red corner notice issued against Choksi has now been withdrawn. Central agencies say it's no setback.
$11,000 placements last year. At Amity, we are committed to nurturing passionate, hardworking and proactive professionals.
So we unveiled the concept EV SUV called the EVX on the first day, is the 11th of January. Followed by the actual launch of two new SUVs from the house of Maruti Suzuki. One is the Fronx and the other being the Jimny. It's been an amazing response so far. Seeing a lot of interest from visitors. You can see in the Maruti Suzuki pavilion. All the three vehicles are having a lot of interest. In fact, for the Fronx and the Jimny, which have already been launched, the bookings are already open, either at any of our Nexa showrooms or on a website. And we've already started seeing some tremendous inflow of bookings.
प्रयागराज का ये रसूलाबाद इलाका, दोनों दुकानें मोहम्मद गुलाम की ही हैं, उसको तोड़ने का जो काम है वो यहाँ पर किया जा रहा है। इस पूरी इमारत को मोहम्मद गुलाम ने अवैध रूप से खड़ा किया। काम को तेजी के साथ अंजाम देने के लिए एक और बुलडोजर यहाँ पर आ गया है और ये देखिए, ये आगे पूरा सब कुछ मिट्टी में मिला दिया गया है। जो कहा गया था कि मिट्टी में मिला देंगे, वही आज होता हुआ नजर भी आ रहा है।
A group of protesters has arrived here right at the gate of the British High Commission, and you can see that how they all have Indian flags in their hand and are chanting the slogan. This is coming after the incident when we know that at the UK High Commission in the United Kingdom, the Indian flag was brought down by some pro-Khalistani supporters, and against that this massive protest is being staged at the gate of the British High Commission.
US top headlines right now, from Mercedes to Brezza car to the bike. Punjab police reveal how Amritpal escaped arrest.
इतिहास गवाह है, जिसने भी पंजाब के सोशल भाईचारे सांझ को, जिसने भी पंजाब की अमन शांति को तोड़ने की रत्ती भर भी कोशिश की, तो पंजाबियों ने उसका मुंह तोड़ना जवाब दिया।
Khalistani preacher still at large, but Oman government praises itself for law and order, says there is nothing to worry about. Indian community comes together, gathers outside the High Commission in London to protest against the flag desecration.
भारत सरकार नो ऑब्जेक्शन सर्टिफिकेट जारी करती है और वर्ष 2018 में एंटीगुआ की सिटीजनशिप मेहुल चोकसी नाम के उस आर्थिक अपराधी को मिल जाती है।
Interpol withdraws red notice against Choksi. Aam Aadmi Party hits out at the centre, calls it a failure. BRS leader K. Kavita's third round of questioning underway in connection with a liquor gate. And day after India visit, Japanese PM Fumio Kishida lands in Kiev. Viewers, we're live and breaking this Tuesday evening. I'm Shivangi Shukla, getting you the latest. A mega crackdown on Atique Ahmed's office is happening as we speak. A commissioner of police raided at Atique Ahmed's office, where a huge amount of cash and weapons were recovered. Viewers, we're getting these back-to-back updates coming in right now. And what we know so far is that cash and weapons are being found in the Prayagraj office, viewers. The big news coming in, and the Yogi government has been taking very strict action. Now, this is in connection, remember, with the Umesh Pal murder case, viewers. After bulldozer action was supposed to be taken against Atique Ahmed and his henchmen, now we are learning is that a mega crackdown is happening on Atique Ahmed's office. Let's go across to our executive editor, politics, Ashwarya Kapoor, who's going to get us more. Ashwarya, take us through the latest developments coming in right now. Huge crackdown against the mafia.
Well, that's right. And then the visual right on our screens, we can show these two set of visuals. One set of visuals show huge cache of cash and arms being recovered from the residence and offices in Prayagraj by the Prayagraj police after their raid against Atique Ahmed, who's already behind bars, but there was a direct link, according to our sources, in the Umesh Pal murder case, getting a massive crackdown on the mafias and the gangs in Uttar Pradesh. So this is an ongoing process across the state of Uttar Pradesh, and you can see the UP, STF, and then the Prayagraj police coming together. And these visuals of huge cache of weapons and cash both being collected. The cash was in such a huge quantity that the banking, the currency counting machines were basically called in. So a huge cache of cash and arms has been recovered from the offices and the residence of Atique Ahmed in Prayagraj. This is, the visuals are on our screens. A few people is counting that money alongside with their STF commandos after that raid at the residence and the office of Atique Ahmed in Prayagraj. There are multiple residences from Prayagraj to Noida of Atique Ahmed which have been searched, but this was a fresh crackdown on the office in Prayagraj, and from there a huge amount of unregularized, without license weapons and a massive cache of unaccounted money has been recovered from the office in Prayagraj of Atique Ahmed.
Right. Ashurya is getting us all the details right now, and it's very, very important to note right now, Ashurya, if you could tell our viewers a little bit more about this as well. Now, we know that earlier the Yogi government had promised bulldozer action on Atique Ahmed's henchmen. And this, in a way, is a continuation of what Yogi has been saying again and again. He has said it in the assembly floor as well, that no tolerance toward the mafia. There will be a big crackdown against the mafia. And this is what we are seeing a continuation of, Ashurya. All right, viewers, we're getting these back-to-back updates coming in. This is a new development coming in, the Umesh Pal murder case. Now, we are learning that Atique Ahmed's office is being, in fact, checked. A mega crackdown is happening on Atique Ahmed's office. The Commissioner of Police has raided Atique Ahmed's office, where huge amount of cash and weapons have been recovered. Now, you can see the visuals there on your screen. You can see police officials right there at Atique Ahmed's office. We can see cash and even weapons have been found in the Prayagraj office. And like Ashurya Kapoor was explaining to us the details, the Yogi government has been very clear about the mafia, very clear that mafia and any kind of activity which goes against the society's fabric in Uttar Pradesh will not be tolerated. So right now we are seeing that the office is being raided, and these are the details that we're getting for you. Let's go ahead to Vivek, who's also joining us right now. Vivek, take us through what is happening as we speak. It's a big crackdown happening at Atike's office. What has been found there? We know that a lot of cash, which our viewers can see very clearly on the screen, a lot of cash has been found, and even weapons, we believe. Even weapons have been found. Vivek.
Yeah, बिल्कुल देखिए, भारी मात्रा में जो हथियार हैं वो अतीक अहमद के घर से मिले हैं। हालांकि ये उसका दफ्तर है, इसके आगे का जो हिस्सा था वहां पर अतीक अहमद का घर था, जिस पर 2021 में बुलडोजर की कार्रवाई हुई थी और वो घर जमींदोज हो गया था। हालांकि ये पीछे का हिस्सा है जहां पर अतीक अहमद का दफ्तर था ये, और अतीक अहमद जब सांसद हुआ करता था तब इसी दफ्तर में बैठ करके, विधायक हुआ करता था, इसी दफ्तर में बैठ करके वो अपने लोगों से मिलता था, बातचीत करता था, और तमाम जो उसकी डीलिंग्स हैं वो यहीं से होती थी। अभी उसके दफ्तर में कुछ उसके जो गुर्गे थे वो यहाँ पर रह रहे थे और इसकी जानकारी पुलिस को मिली थी, और आज कमिश्नर ऑफ पुलिस प्रयागराज, उन्होंने यहाँ पर अपनी पूरी टीम के साथ रेड किया है, जहाँ पर उनको